Hey, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to another Chamber Check-in episode from Idaho's only five-star accredited chamber. Today, I'm so excited to feature Heather Chandler, General Manager with New Life Office. New Life Office is a used and new office furniture store offering their clients services and products in Idaho, Nevada, and Utah. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for taking some time with me, and especially on a Friday afternoon. I know you're busy. You're probably I even heard when we were getting on this call, you had customers in the background asking me or asking you for prices on chairs and stuff. So
Yes,
busy, busy, busy. So thanks for
always.
carving out some time today. Um, Heather, these chamber check-ins are really designed to share our member stories, their products, services. But what I really enjoy doing is sharing our members' people. So let's start out with you, Heather. Tell us a little bit about your background and history of work that led you to New Life Office.
It's a long one. So I actually, my background is actually not in this industry at all. My degrees are in biology and finance. Um, but Melissa just said hi. I just came about it, kind of fell into it, and it clicked. So it's more of a passion. It's not like I I hate to go to my job because it so sucks. This is more of what I love to do. And I've worked for several commercial interior design companies and office dealerships in the Valley, and then fell upon New Life Office. Again, their story is why I work here and why I'm so passionate about it. But that's exactly how it came. I've been doing it for about 15 years now.
Wow. Okay. You had mentioned the story of New Life Office. Why don't you tell us about the company's kind of origin story and the about us?
Yes, it's actually my favorite story to tell, and I love it so much. So we are a family-owned company, very, very small, less than 40 employees across Idaho, Utah, and Nevada. And we turn and burn. And the owner of the company, his name's Alan Fox, and his wife, Terry. They started a little over 30 years ago in the back of a Dodge Caravan. And he had this great idea. He worked for a design firm, but he had a great idea to take office furniture panels and refurbish them because he saw the need that was kind of like, well, there's all this stuff out there. Why can't we refurbish them and sell them, for a third of the price? And he had an idea, and it kind of just evolved from that. But he literally started in his garage, and the way he was able to get the product to and from places was in the back of his Dodge Caravan. And it just evolved from there over time. And then they decided, okay, we're going to open up some more locations. So they were on a flight one day, and they were on a Southwest flight. And they're like, well, what's easy to get to? They were looking at their Southwest napkin. And they're like, oh, look, Boise and Vegas. And there was direct flights directly from, Utah or Salt Lake to Vegas and directly to Boise. So that's how they came up with the idea to open up locations in Las Vegas and in Boise. So they our main manufacturing facility. So we are like a mini manufacturer. We have paint booths. We sand everything down. We repaint. We refabric, new power. We cut our own pieces of furniture. So we own all of our own manufacturing equipment to bring a lower cost to a client, in the same realm of refurbishing, recycling product. So you're getting a sustainable product. So that was really, really important to Alan and Terry as they move forward with the business, because it's something nobody else really does. And so that is kind of the high level overview without getting too much detail, but that's the history of New Life Office. It is a family business. So there used to be his son, Alan's son, Ryan, is now involved in running our Salt Lake office. And then they have hired a female general manager for Las Vegas, and then I handle the Idaho location.
Wow. 3 warehouses, 3 retail locations, plus you have a refurbishing warehouse, for lack of a better term, where
Yeah.
furniture comes from.
Yes.
Where do you source all this furniture to be refurbished and then put into your stores?
So we get calls. I think I get 20 to 25 a week on, hey, can you purchase our old furniture? Can you do this? Can you do that? Well, the market has been so crazy lately that people are saying, we don't want it to go to a landfill. We'll bring it to you. Please don't let this go to landfill. That's so important for people nowadays. And so we still have the cost of, storing, our labor costs. There's still cost in it, but we're getting really, really, really creative on how we go about doing things. And I can tell you that we're not going to do something unless we're good at it and we stay in our lane. We will only do things we're good at. If it's a one-off, I have partners throughout, the United States that we refer out to. We refer to our competitors if they do it better. It's not about, for us, it's not about, it's not only about money. We're about servicing and making sure our clients are taken care of. So we know what we do well. We know what we don't do well too. So.
Okay, so you're getting phone calls from offices that may be moving or redoing their office space like everybody's doing right now. And so they're asking New Life Office to repurpose this product instead of it going to a landfill. I love that. That really just hits this whole sustainability and corporate responsibility as well. Heather, where are you located? And can customers come in and buy, like I was mentioning, a chair?
Yes.
Tell me and share that, please.
Yes, we actually have a full entire showroom that's completely set up. We redo it every few months. In fact, we're redoing it right now. So if you hear construction in the background, every few months we are redoing it, revamping, coming out with new ways that we've played with in our work in our wood shop that look cool and innovative, and we're up on the trends. So we do have a storefront location at 2926 South Jupiter Avenue in Boise, and it's cross streets are Cole and Victory. We're more in an industrial area, but we have an entire showroom. We welcome anybody and everybody to come in, take a look, race around some chairs, come sit and work with us if you want for a while. We don't mind. We love it when people do that. They're like, hey, we want to sit and see this chair, how it works. And they just come and work with us. So it's nice.
Well, you got good Wi-Fi, I can tell.
Oh, we do? That's good.
We're streaming crisp and clear today.
Oh, good.
So you're in your offices, right? You're
yes.
There.
Oh, yeah. I'm in our conference room, one of our conference rooms.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Heather, you mentioned market. And, the COVID really put everybody in a tailspin on what to do as far as how we go to business now. And what I'm seeing is office coming back. We talked with Joe Igurin yesterday with Intelligent Office on this series. And we're talking to you today about a supplier to office space. Tell us a little bit about the market. What are you seeing firsthand about office coming back?
So in Boise, we were a little sheltered in Boise, but we can follow the trends that are happening in LA and New York, and even over in the European cities, of what could happen within the next few years. They just get it before we do. So we're seeing overall market is, in general, our employment was up 3.1% in 2023. That's in general. That's good. Most of that is not happening in the office space. It's happening in the construction of hotels. But with the construction of hotels also comes the need for contract furniture, because guess what? They have conference rooms, they have business centers, they have desks in every single room with chairs. So that's getting to be more of a focus, the hospitality. Kathleen says, sorry, can you customize fabric and materials? Yes, we can. Anything you want. I'll get you a hot pink chair if you want. So we're finding that just because we're not seeing specific office buildings built doesn't mean we're not super busy. We're seeing the hotel business, we're seeing the hospitality industry, we're seeing convention centers. Those are still happening. It's just focusing a little bit different. Instead of the private office realm, it's now more industrial and commercial. But it is low. I do anticipate every year, you're like, oh, try to figure out where the numbers are. We're going to slow down at one point or another. And our industry in Boise will slow down at one point. I do know people are starting to see in our industry a little slowdown. We seem to be upticking because of the nature of our business and the refurbished. People are now very, very careful about what they buy, how they buy. Made in America. Well, guess what? We make it in Salt Lake. People are now just very conscious about that. So while we're seeing a lot of the larger businesses struggle in our industry, businesses like ours and throughout the United States are so busy. We are drowning. But that's because of the nature of our business. But we are seeing office buildings slow down quite a bit, but we're also seeing startups come in. So it's a little bit of both, but more those like mass call centers, no longer. Those aren't, those are going away. They can do that from home. So we're seeing that slow down. So those massive, massive office buildings are not as prevalent as the smaller ones.
Well, like you said, the Boise market is very resilient and people want to be here. Businesses want to move here. And we're seeing that as well. Our Boise Valley Economic Partnership is an organization that's recruiting companies and giving companies that are currently here an opportunity to grow through some tax incentives and talent attraction and what have you. And we're seeing office come back with them as well. So there's site selectors coming into our market looking for built space. And so I think that's what's happening now is we're looking for, if you build it, they will come type of mentality. I know there's 1 million square feet of industrial. Napa Caldwell's rising. We've got 10 Mile with all those developers bringing an office and we're filling them, which is really cool. So like you said, like those massive 1,000-person call centers, they want to come here. They want to be in Boise. And so I bet you that's just interesting to hear from your perspective. So thanks, Heather. For
one thing I will mention too, that you can gauge, your Californian shipping, shipping from, China and Malaysia. That container index is a really great indicator of where we're going. More people are choosing not to import items from China and Malaysia. Therefore, their prices are going extremely high. And for example, I think at the beginning of December, their container index was like $1,500 for a 40-foot container. Last week, it was $3,900 for a 40-foot container. Because they're not able to put as much product in, people aren't buying as much. And so they're really struggling on that aspect. So that's a good indicator of that people are starting to do more local, more US made.
Love it. We talked a little bit about some of your products and the refurbished furniture. Help listeners understand exactly what you offer and as far as service and products.
Yeah. So we're full service. So we can go into your office, take dimensions, or you can send me your dimensions. Not that I don't trust you, but I will always go remeasure your dimensions because I don't trust you. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I will always go put my eyes on a space and meet you face to face. I will never do anything just through email. We go in, we measure, we put together a drawing that you can visualize a 2D and a 3D that you can visualize with your carpet, with your paint, with your artwork, exactly what the furniture is going to look like in your space, whether it be a private office, conference room, coffee bars, cubicles, all of the above, a little bit of both, a little bit of all. You want me to put a dog park in the middle of your area, I'll do a dog park if you want. We can make it look however you want. So we do that. There's no charge to do that. We come up with a design, we can space plan. We do actually a lot for private investors who are investing in a large building who are like, hey, I need some work to take to my potential renters. Can you tell me what it could look like? And they use it for their advertising. We don't charge for that. There's companies that do, we just don't. And there's companies that don't too. That's not part of our income. Ours is really, like I said, about helping the client out. So then you make a selection. If you decide to purchase furniture from us, we turn you right back around in 3 weeks, and sometimes less, sometimes 2 weeks. We can get you right back on and install your location, no matter what the size is. It's because we manufacture everything physically ourselves.
Wow. That's incredible. I'm going to put your website on the screen, scrolling here, newlifeoffice.com. And as I was looking at it prior to our conversation, there is those renderings of what your office could look like, and a full list of services and products. And I like that when Kathleen asked, hey, can you customize fabric and stuff? You're like, I can make you a hot pink chair. Mm-hmm. I love that opportunity to just provide that full service. I want to thank you for taking your time with me today. Heather, we get to work with you through our tips groups. You've been members for over a decade with the Chamber, and we just really appreciate your investment.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I will say, like, you guys are my favorite networking group to be a part of, because you have real people. You got real people who really care, and you're human. It's not just electronic.
No, I get it. We want to call somebody on the other end of the phone with human answers, and we can have a real conversation. I
Yes.
really appreciate that. And all of our conversations that I've had with you, they're just real. And I appreciate your partnership and membership and what you do for this community as a whole. I would encourage anyone who's interested in learning a little bit more about New Life Office, give Heather and their team a call. They do a fabulous job. Thanks for tuning in today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned in for next week's check-in featuring Bogus Basin, our very own ski resort here in Boise, Idaho. We're going to talk about Chamber Day at Bogus Basin, the fact that season pass sales coming up here soon, and anything new that Bogus team is doing. Thanks so much, listeners, for chiming in today. Thank you for your comments and likes. Heather, have a great weekend, and cheers to our next conversation.
Bye.